You scroll through your phone, or maybe you are sitting at a table with a group of people. Everyone around you is completely obsessed with a new aesthetic, a new viral vocabulary, or a new lifestyle trend that seemingly popped up out of nowhere. You watch as people you have known for years completely alter the way they dress, the way they speak, and the way they act just to match this brand new mold. You look at it, and you search yourself for a spark of interest. You try to see what the hype is about, but you feel absolutely nothing. Just a quiet, heavy exhaustion at the thought of having to constantly update your personality to stay relevant. When someone asks you why you aren't participating, why you still wear the exact same clothes you wore 5 years ago, why you don't care about the viral thing everyone is talking about, they look at you like you are completely out of touch. They assume you are just stubborn. They think you're trying too hard to be different, or that you're just a bitter contrarian who hates popular things. They look at your refusal to change, and they think you're stuck in the past. But if you're listening to this right now, feeling the quiet isolation of being the only person standing still while the whole world runs in circles, I need to tell you a psychological truth about how your brain is wired. You do not avoid trends because you're trying to be edgy. You avoid them because your nervous system is deeply, fundamentally exhausted by the idea of performing. Psychologists refer to this using a concept called an internal locus of identity. Most people navigate the world using an external locus. They look to the crowd, the culture, and the internet to tell them what is valuable, what is safe, and who they should be today. Their identity is a rental. They borrow it from whatever is popular, and they return it when the season changes. But your brain operates entirely differently. Your brain registers rapid, superficial changes not as fun, but as incredibly unstable. To your nervous system, constantly shifting your identity to chase the approval of the crowd feels like a massive, dangerous waste of biological energy. But why did your brain build this specific defense? Why are you so comfortable standing alone? For almost everyone who lives with this deep resistance to the crowd, the blueprint was drawn in an environment where you realized that fitting in was a complete scam. Maybe you grew up as the outsider. Maybe when you were younger, you actually tried to twist yourself into a knot to fit in with the popular group. You bought the right things, you said the right words, and for a brief moment they accepted you. But you quickly learned a devastating truth. Conditional belonging is the loneliest feeling in the entire world. You realized that if people only love you because of the mask you're wearing, they don't actually love you at all. They just love the mask. You learned that the crowd's approval is incredibly fickle. It's here today and it's gone tomorrow. So your developing brain made one of the most fiercely protective, fiercely independent calculations a human being can make. You decided that the cost of admission was simply too high. You decided that being accepted by the majority requires you to constantly abandon yourself, and you simply refused to do it anymore. You became an anchor. While everyone else is blowing around in the wind, desperately trying to keep up with the latest version of what's acceptable, you are standing completely still. This creates a reality that people who follow trends will never, ever understand. You are not missing out. You are not boring. You have achieved something that millions of people are desperately searching for: quiet, unshakable authenticity. You know exactly who you are when the internet is turned off. You know exactly who you are in an empty room. The next time someone makes a joke about how you never change or how you're out of the loop, I want you to just smile. Let them chase the wind, because you aren't renting your personality. You own it. And in a world that profits off of constantly making people feel like they need to change, remaining exactly who you are is the ultimate form of peace. If this felt like I was reading a chapter out of your own life, you are not alone, not even close. Leave a comment and tell me one thing you refuse to change about yourself, no matter what the trend is. I read every single one. Subscribe to Mind Nest, protect your peace, and I will see you in the next one.